What's up, guys? Alex here from Business and Fitness. I wanted to make a quick video today on what I think I can definitely speak for myself, and what I believe a lot of other entrepreneurs use as their kind of fuel for the fire, the motivation or the inspiration behind why they do what they do. And for me, it's always been pretty clear why I wanted to, basically work for myself. As I said, you always work for your customers, but you know what I mean. Basically, be self-employed was to have freedom. Now, what freedom means, some people define it by money, and it's a bit silly to ignore that. Of course, people are in business for money, but it's not that cut and dry. It's not that black and white. Ultimately, the goal is to have freedom. I've always said this. I want to be able to, when I have kids, and with Jess, who will be my wife, basically for any time of day, any reason whatsoever, be able to go to the airport and basically pick a place anywhere I want to go and fly there, stay as long as I want, and everything's under control. Real freedom to me, I think, and Dave from Rideaway actually said it really well. He said freedom is doing what you want to do, when you want to do, with whom you want to do it. And essentially, obviously, the backbone of that is having financial freedom, and having a business model set up or a system in place to where you have people confidently running the ship behind you while you can go and do your other thing and, take your break, get your creativity back, get some clarity, and come back and hit it better than ever. So I think it's silly to ignore things like the money side of it. Obviously, passion is there, and at the end of the day, I would do what I do for a quarter of the pay, a quarter of the money, or whatever, because I love doing what I'm doing. And I'm sure anybody in their businesses are the same. They're passionate about what they do, which is why through all the shitty parts, they stay with it. The financial benefits of it, obviously, are fantastic, and I think that's what keeps the motor going and keeps the business growing, because at the end of the day, you need cash flow to grow, and that's where I think a lot of people get stuck, or they try to become the monster company, with the baby funds, and it doesn't really happen for them. And I think that's why it's important to take baby steps and not expect the world straight away. And like I've said in previous videos, really just create the steps to get where you want to go. Have a 1-year plan, have a 5-year plan, have a 10-year plan, and always overreach. Never be too modest or too humble with your goals. Make them huge. I think that's hugely important, because a lot of people don't think that their goals, long-term, short-term, whatever, ultimate goals, are achievable, which is half the problem. Is you've already created a defense in your own mind that kind of dictates how far you'll let yourself go. So always be open to doing crazy things than you imagine. I mean, for example, I'll speak for myself personally. My 1-year and 5-year goals for Citizen Zeus are basically as follows. So next year in March, we're going to be doing the Arnold Classic in Australia. For me, for that to be a successful tour, I will want to at least double my money spent on the tour, which would be a fair amount of money, because the Arnold's not cheap at all. So that's my 1 year basic goal for that Arnold's. My 5-year plan is to be in 20 different countries, predominantly Canada, US, New Zealand, and a sprawl across the UK and Europe. And then a 10-year plan is to basically have franchisees, licensees in all those major companies, buying X amount of money every month so we can keep product development going. I'm going to get into shoes. I want to get into watches, all under the Citizen Zeus brand. So that's where my independent goal is for, say, Citizen Zeus. So I have a clear-cut place where I want to be, and I know exactly how I'm going to get there. Oh, I also forgot to say my 5-year plan, I actually to be honest, I really want to get there in 2 or 3 years, is to do the Arnold Classic tour around the world. So what that means is, I believe it's in Columbus, Ohio, then it comes to Australia, then it goes to Rio, then I want to do the Body Power in UK, and then there's one in Germany. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's in Germany. I want to do every single one. I want to be able to take 8 to 10 guys from the squad, obviously Jess, my brother, Sue, we all go. We tour for like 2 to 3 months, and obviously the ultimate goal is to get mass exposure and to pick up some accounts on the way and really just generate hype and real true hype. Hopefully people love what we're doing, and the more that builds, the quicker we can get those dope products out, like some sweet duffel bags, really custom shoes. I'm going to have like hip hop, basketball inspired sunglasses, watches that I would wear, because as you guys know, I'm a huge sneaker and watch guy. So that's my ultimate goal. Well, at least for 10 years. Anyway, that's really all I wanted to say on this one. I just kind of wanted to make sure everybody that subscribes and watches me basically checks themselves. You've got to check yourself and go, hey, why am I doing this? What are my goals? Where do I want to be? Write it down. Put it in your notes on your iPhone, your Samsung, whatever. Do something so that you can do something so that you're held accountable. There's nothing more disappointing than saying, I want to lose 10 kilos by summer, and then it comes around and you're not, and you really feel disappointed. And it's because you didn't hold yourself accountable. You didn't tell enough people so that they can kind of expect something for you. Because I know when I did a couple of shows when I was a teenager in 20, I told people I was competing. So if I didn't compete, I was like an absolute tool. So they held me accountable. I held myself accountable, and I got up on stage both times. And I'm happy I did. Same thing with business. It definitely keep obviously trade secrets and ideas to yourself, but in the greater scheme of things, you want to be held accountable because people get lazy. Even the strongest willed people get lazy, and if there's not people around them who know what their goals are as well, they'll kind of let it slide. And the last thing you want is people around you not kicking you in the ass, going, "Hey, come on, this is what you want to do. Make sure you do it." So I hope this video helped those people out that wanted to, or who maybe have lost some direction and needed a kind of a way to make a goal for themselves. I know when I started the House of Subs, my goal was basically to do $1,000 days. Then when we did that, it was to hit $1 million in turnover a year. Then when we did that, it was 3 stores. And then obviously we got to, as you see in the introductory video, we got to 3 stores in 18 months. And it turned out my business model changed. Jymlocker came around and I wanted a superstore, which we're moving into October. So obviously you can make them lax. They will change over time. And no business model is ever really finished. It's always adjusting to the market and the climate at the time. Maybe a new opportunity presents itself and you can merge them together. Whatever it is, you always keep your options open, but you still want a clear path. If you don't have any idea, you'll just keep going around like a roundabout, not sure which exit you're going to take, and it's counterproductive and you'll waste years doing it. I can't speak from experience because I had people kicking me in the ass, but I know people who have wasted 5 to 6 years on a project that was dead or that had no direction, and then all it took was outside eyes to basically give them the kick in the ass that they needed, and now they're going the way they need to go. Anyway, if there's any questions you want me to do, Will hit me up in the YouTube comments a couple videos ago and wanted me to do like a run through of what a typical day is for me and how I structure my work. From morning to night, which I'll do a video probably Thursday or Friday before Sue comes, and then so I'll put that up. Really appreciate it. We've gone up like another 30 subscribers since the last video, which is awesome. We're always at 100. Keep the comments and the questions coming. I really appreciate it, guys. Hope you like this video. Please subscribe. See ya.